Some mornings, the world feels full of possibility, the quiet before the rush. You look out at the city and think, today will be different. You're ambitious, hardworking, and careful with every detail. But sometimes that same care makes you shrink just a little when someone louder takes the credit or when your ideas echo back in someone else's voice. You tell yourself it's fine. You're not here for attention. You're here to do good work. But good work deserves to be seen. Layla, that's what we'll call her, was the team's dependable one. When a project was falling apart, people came to her. When someone needed help polishing a presentation, they called her. She carried the team's success quietly, like invisible scaffolding, but at review time, she was told she needed to be more visible. And she wondered, how can they not see what I do every day? One night, Layla stayed late, not to finish work, but to face a truth. She opened her notebook and started listing everything she'd done. Projects saved, ideas started, people helped. By the end, she realized she had built so much, quietly. But silence can be mistaken for agreement and humility, for invisibility. That stung. Because for women like Layla, like you, speaking up can feel risky, even unnatural. But she also knew this. If she didn't tell her story, someone else would, and they'd tell their version, which perhaps would not reflect her true value. The next morning, she didn't decide to become bold overnight. She just decided to start small, with visibility habits she could live with. Step 1, she changed how she wrote emails. Instead of, here's the final version, she began saying, here's the final version. I integrated your feedback on slides 3 to 5 and added a new chart to clarify the data. Now her work spoke for her, even when she didn't. Step 2, she gave short factual updates in meetings. When her manager asked, any updates? She said, yes, I finalized the proposal and improved the structure based on last week's feedback. Not boastful, just visible. Step 3, she kept a record of her wins, a simple list on her phone. Things she fixed, created, improved. So when review time came, she had proof, not memory. Visibility wasn't about noise, it was about accuracy. Then came the moment that tested her progress. A team presentation. Her manager praised the team's effort, and Layla felt that familiar tug. Stay quiet, stay humble. But she took a breath and said gently, thank you. I really enjoyed leading the research phase and seeing how those insights shaped our campaign. It was one sentence, but it changed everything. People looked up. They realized she'd been leading all along. If you've ever been in that same chair, heart racing, wondering if you're too much for wanting to be seen, here's something you can try. When you've contributed to something and the topic comes up, say, from my side, when I worked on, mention the specific part. I noticed, drop your insight. That's it. No grand speeches, just your voice, calmly claiming your space. When the day finally ended, Layla walked out into the fading light. She hadn't changed overnight. She was still gentle, still thoughtful, still her. But she had started something small and brave, the habit of choosing visibility over silence. And maybe that's how change begins, not with a roar, but with a whisper that finally refuses to stay quiet. You don't have to be someone else to be seen. You just have to be yourself, out loud. Change like this isn't easy. If you've been conditioned to stay quiet, to be the one who fixes things quietly in the background, speaking up can feel almost rebellious. But remember, your job isn't just to do good work, it's to make that work visible. Start small. Send one more detailed update. Speak up once in the next meeting. Track one win this week. Those little acts build a habit of self-advocacy, a quiet kind of courage that compounds over time. You don't have to become someone else to be seen. You just have to stop hiding the person you already are. This story was brought to you by your Career Agony Aunt, helping you find your confidence, your clarity, and the courage to thrive at work.